This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, now, I'm going to just say this. You know, if this is something that you do while going to a movie theaters, you need to stop going to a movie theaters. Because I guarantee and I promise you, if you ask somebody in that movie theaters, are they annoyed with you? They're going to say yes. If you do this one particular thing, all right? Now, this happened to me last week while I was on vacation in California. I was at Universal Studios, had myself a good old time there. You know, it was one of those things. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm going to have to do a separate episode talking on that. But I wanted to leave this episode, you know, for this particular situation because I got some things to say about it, all right? So, anyways, while I was there, I'd seen that The Nun 2 was playing. So I was like, or I knew that it was going to be playing during that time while me and my family was there. So I was like, okay, we got to go see it. So anyways, we go to this really nice theater that they got at Universal Studios. I mean, it's honestly, it's one of those theaters where it's like you have to experience it while going to Universal Studios. Like, because the movie theater that I usually go to out here in Washington, there's a couple of theaters that I go to. They're okay, like the theaters out here, but this one at Universal Studios, it's like, it's a really nice theater. It's just, it's, for me, it's different. You know, I guess for somebody that lives out there in California, that probably don't matter to them, but for me, it's different, you know? So, me and my family, we're in there watching The Nun 2, and there was this guy that was in there, and I'm thinking to myself, like, look, I know that I found, like, some scary movies funny, like, some situations in there, because, and so the thing is this, I wanted to explain how I find movies, scary movies funny, compared to how this guy at the movies found movies funny, and I think if you notice by my tone of voice, his version was far more annoying than my version. Because see, the thing is this. When I watch scary movies, I'm usually watching it with family, like family, friends, whoever, you know. And I know that when the times when I have watched scary movies, more so with my family, it's just funny, like, how we commentate over a scary movie. So, like, let's say, for an example, in the movie, you see where a person is walking down the hallway, and then you see somebody, like, walk real fast from one room to another room. Like, then it'll be my mom, for an example, where she'll see that and she'll be like, oh no, like, I no, we gotta leave the house. And it's just that form of commentary. Like, I laugh about stuff like that, but I think that's even more so why she says things like that, because she knows I'm gonna laugh about it. She knows I'm gonna find it funny. So how this guy was finding stuff funny in the movie, it would be right before a scary scene would happen, this guy would just start laughing out of nowhere. And I'm like, fam, you better be on Impractical Jokers or some prank show, and you're just doing this to mess with people, because if this is how you genuinely act in a movie theaters, fam, no, you gotta go. You honestly have to go. He was one of those guys where I'm like, no, I would not bring you to him. And I know people are gonna probably be all like, wait, he just find the movie funny. The whole movie? Fam, I have even laughed like that during a Kevin Hart comedy special. I'm saying, like, and Kevin Hart's one of my funny, favorite comedians. So I'm saying, it's like, no, it wasn't like a laugh here and there, like he only laughed like maybe a couple of times throughout. It was every scary scene that had happened. Just because to me, I like that suspense. I like that, like, feeling of like, oh, something crazy is about to happen. But when the scene gets ruined, because this guy wants to laugh as loud as possible to the point where it was like causing other people, and I don't know if it was his friends, I don't know if it was random people in the theaters, but I'm like, fam, are you guys in the wrong movie? What movie are you watching? Because last I checked, this is supposed to be a scary movie. You should not be laughing that much. One scene, maybe. Couple of scenes, tops. Multiple scenes? Nah, bro, you gotta go. That was, I'm telling you, with me, I just think people have to experience it. All right, think of the scariest movie that you've ever seen in your whole life. And there's some things I wanted to talk on, but just think of the scariest movie that you've seen in your whole life, and imagine every scary scene that flipped you out in that movie, right? A person is just laughing. To me, that's gonna ruin the movie. To me, and it did. It ruined The Nun to the point where I'm all like, no. When The Nun 2, when it comes back on, when it comes out on cable or a streaming service, I'm watching it then, because I could not enjoy that movie with that guy laughing like how he was. It was at one point where I was like, I didn't even care if I was falling asleep in that movie, because I'm like, it's not like I'm enjoying it. So, but what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but no, but it was like, man, it's just one. Now I'm trying to like improvise and stuff, because I'm like, I'm actively getting upset now, even thinking of it. But it's like, fam, that's what I was gonna say, because like I know that there's when they get like nervous or anxious or something, like they laugh, because like they're nervous. I can get that. I can 100% understand that. But I'm like, fam, you was nervous throughout this. Why would you even go and see it? Like, that's the thing where I'm like, and even if it's on some stuff like that, or he's just laughing because of like, because I know there's people out there when they watch scary movies, they want to critique the whole movie and stuff like, oh, that scene wasn't all that scary. That's why I was laughing. Fam, you should have not seen the movie. You should have not paid money or volunteered, whatever you did, but you should have not been in that theaters. Because I was like, fam, I felt that I would have enjoyed the movie, but it just, to me, I was like, nope, couldn't enjoy it. Because I was all like, I'm sitting here, I'm getting all caught up in the scene, and then it just gets ruined with somebody laughing as loud as he possibly can. And I'm like, fam, this is a scary movie. It's not a comedy. Let's just look up what genre is The Nun 2, because I'm curious. What genre is The Nun 2? Horror, mystery, thriller, supernatural horror. Those are the genres. I ain't see nothing about comedy, funny, hilarious, nothing. They don't say nothing about that. Let me just read out the genres again. Horror, mystery, thriller, supernatural horror. I'm saying, like, my thing is this. How do you confuse that with comedy? Nah, bro, like, that's something, because I'm trying to think of, like, some scary movies, like, just name out any scary movie possible. I seriously, I want to, like, I might even make this, like, into, not the, like, what I'm saying, but just make it into a TikTok of just somebody just being met, because I know most people are gonna be all like, fam, that's not annoying, you're just a negative person or whatever. To me, it was annoying. Because I'm like, that's something where I don't know, bro. Like, okay, all right, so you know what? No, I guess to more so make people see from my point of view, imagine if I go and see a comedy movie and I'm crying because I found the movie emotional. So I just burst out and start crying. I'm trying to think of a comedy movie. Yeah, Friday with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. Let's say it's the scene where Ice Cube, he pours the cereal and then he pours the milk, and there was only a couple of drops of milk that came out of the carton, and I just started crying my eyes out. And I'm all like, I'm gonna just pretend being emotional. I'm like, it just reminds me of this time when I was pouring me some cereal, and then I didn't have no milk. I wanted milk too, and it makes me sad. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if people was looking at me like I'm crazy. That's how I was looking at that man. I was like, I didn't even want to see who the person was. I just wanted to hurry up and leave the theater, because I was like, and I remember because when I had walked out, because I was watching the movie with my mom and my sister, and that was like the first, they were talking, because they had, there was like other people in there, like there was this one guy, he was rattling, or I think he was trying to open up a bag or something, and no, like, and that's something that I can relate to. I don't know how many times I've tried to like open up, because that's why I don't really like eating stuff in the movie theaters. Like, I don't like eating movie theaters unless it's like something I can hurry up and open, and I ain't gotta make like a whole bunch of noises, or what I'll do is try to open up my stuff beforehand. So like, let's say if I have like a hot dog or something, yeah, I'll like hurry up and open it up before the movie starts, like, well, because I know I can hurry up and open that. But then let's say if like this would have been during the time where I ate a lot of candy and things, like I'll get me a box of Mike and Ike's, and then you trying to get like them last few Mike and Ike's, and so you gotta like pour it and you're like shaking so like the thing is this, I can understand that. All right. And then there was at one point somebody, they did bring their phone out and start like recording the scene of the movie. And I'm like, okay, they're probably just doing that to post it on, because they didn't even have their phone out for that long. Like, I think they were just trying to post it on Snapchat or something. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'm like, and plus on top of that, it wasn't like the screen was bright to where the point it was blinding. And I'm like, okay, if it would have been an issue, probably one of those movie theater people would have came down and said, hey, you gotta go, bro. You gotta put your phone away and things, or don't bring your phone out no more. That guy laughing throughout the whole movie is without doubt the most annoying thing that you can do in a movie theaters. If it's a comedy movie, it is 100% okay. It is 100% okay. That's something, because I'm like, my thing is this. Let's say if it was a comedy movie, right? Yeah, let's say we're watching Friday, and then that's like the part. If he's laughing all throughout the movie, it probably a part of me would think like, dang, bruh, I'm like, movie ain't that, like, you know, that scene is funny. But it was like the way this guy, it wasn't like, it was like small little chuckles, like, oh, huh. Yeah, that's funny. This man was laughing as if he was at a stand-up comedy show. You ever like pay attention to those people that be in the crowd and then like the comedian calls them out because they have a distinctive laugh? That's how that guy was laughing all throughout. And how long is The Nun? Let me just see real quick. The Nun to length. An hour and 50 minutes. This man, it's been confirmed that The Nun 2 runs for 109 minutes and 35 seconds. So that's 13 minutes longer than the first movie, which ran for 96 minutes and 23. So this man, for 1 hour and 50 minutes, 1 hour and 50 minutes, 109 minutes and 35 seconds, whichever you want to use, that's how long this man was laughing throughout the movie. And it wasn't like small little chuckles. This man was like and the thing was this, you know how like there's like that time frame of when they're like building the like the jump scare or something. That's when he's laughing. And then when the jump scare happens, then he's quiet. That's another thing that I just realized. This man, it will be throughout the talking scenes. It will be throughout, like, you know, just a scene where they're explaining something. So they're like, yeah, they're talking on the nun. They're all like, oh yeah, the nun, she was born in this place. This was her childhood. This is what she did in her adult years. This is how she became like the nun and stuff. Man is quiet throughout that whole part of the movie. All of a sudden, when she starts doing some crazy things. I'm like, fam, stop it. The movie is not, I'm telling you, if I was one of those like very impatient like people, I probably would have yelled that out. I think now if something like that is gonna happen, next time I'm saying something, because I'm like, fam, the movie ain't that funny. I'm saying, like, there's that, okay, there's been a couple of funny scenes throughout this movie. That scene ain't funny. I'm like, stop laughing, bro. Because that don't make no sense. There's like, I'm not going to spoil the movie because I know there might be some of you guys that hasn't seen it. But there is just scenes and I think, yeah, if you know like the whole like Conjuring and Annabelle and Nun series, like those movies and things, yeah, you like, if you're watching a movie with somebody that finds the scenes like really scary, where they're like, you know, sitting on the edge of their seat and they're like, oh my god, like I don't know what I would do in this situation, like stuff like that I find funny. Like that man's reaction to that movie, no, that in my opinion, I'm trying to think like what other things I would do. Yeah, people smacking, snoring. I'm saying like I think the only thing that I can say that is annoying, and I'm like, fam, I'd rather deal with that, is when somebody is kicking the back of your seats. I would rather deal with that than to have it. And I'm saying, like, if it's like them crazy kicks, because I know, like, there's sometimes like them little kitty kicks and things where it kind of feels like a massage chair a little bit. But it's like, if it's like a full blown like kick, like they punting, like they 2009 Randy Orton, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn around and be all like, hey, do you got like a leg issue or something? Because if not, you can stop all that, because ain't nothing wrong with your legs. If there is, then okay, I understand. But if not, then it's like, bro, you're gonna have to sit sideways with all that. I'm saying throw your legs up in the air, do something. That just pause on that. But overall, I'm thinking, yeah, people, they understand what I'm saying. But I'm like, man, I think if it's a toss-up between both of them, I'd rather deal with somebody kicking the back of my seat than to hear that, man. Because I'm like, it's one of those laughs where I'm like, that laugh is more scarier than the movie. Because it's like, fam, if you're sitting down laughing during a movie like this, you're a psychopath. Like, no, seriously, you are a psychopath. Because I know I've said that I've laughed at some parts in scary movies. Like, I think I remember saying that I had laughed at the Exorcist. But it wasn't so much as the movie that I was laughing at. It was the reactions that my mom and sister was having to that movie. That's what I more so find funny. But the movie itself, I'm like, no, yeah, that movie is crazy. But, man, I'm like, I've never have seen somebody laugh so much in just not even in a scary movie, but in all movies, bro. All movies. I'm saying, like, the way that guy was laughing, an hour and 50 minutes of a scary movie, and you got somebody laughing. And again, I'm sitting, I was sitting all the way at the back of the movie theaters, because that's like, those are like, in my opinion, those are the best seats in the theaters. All the way in the back, you see it all, right? This guy, I think he was like more so in the front, like halfway, like right before like the neck breaking seats, but like maybe at somewhere in that middle region of the movie theaters. I'm sitting all the way in the back. He's in that middle region laughing just nonstop. And I'm like, fam, if that would have been somebody that I knew, I'd been like, bro, stop laughing at every scene. It is not that. That's something that would have ended the friendship. No, that's something where 100% it would have ended the friendship. Because I'm like, nah, bro. Either you that's something where it's like, no. If it was him that brought himself to that theater, or it was a group of friends that know that he be liking to laugh a lot at movies like that, regardless of who, no, y'all are messed up people. You guys are 100% messed up people, because I'm like, I've never have seen somebody laugh so much in the movie before. And I'm like, fam, I done seen some movies, but I'm like, nah, bro, that is 100% annoying. So, but anyways, yeah, if you got like an anxiety issue and you feel like that's gonna help, don't go to the movies. Do not go to the movies and go see a movie like that, if that's all that you're gonna be doing throughout the movie and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and make sure you follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.